Afternoon, Albert.
Afternoon, Matthew.
Can you smell that?
I can smell the fresh air and the cow dung of the mainland.
Welcome to the South Island, mate.
It's great to be here on the mainland, the South Island. Have a good couple of days.
Yeah, good to have you here.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? We're going to go see Andrew and Michelle.
Yep, Andrew and Michelle in the morning. Yep.
See the racing club.
Yep, we'll see the racing club. We'll catch up with Greg O'Connor.
Yeah. Go and see Ian Dobson.
Tell you what, a highlight for me is going to see Christian Cullen tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, that'll be good, won't he? I know. I've seen photos of him and he looks like a thoroughbred.
Oh yeah, he's a super looking horse, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. But what about another super looking horse? The Mighty Faultless.
Yeah, this will bring back a few memories.
Oh, yeah, look, and another champion, Robbie Henham.
Robbie.
Now this horse that Matt had a share in, it was your very first horse.
Was my first horse with Go Racing, yeah it was.
And what did he do? He won a race and made it look real good.
Yep.
Then he ran third in the listed race. And then
Second. To
Second, Elwyn was fourth, Holder Harvey third, Fritzy Boy won.
Fritzy Boy, yeah.
Yeah. And then he had an injury and he went bush, didn't he?
He did.
One day at Reefton he ran 55 lengths fast.
Yeah.
And you rang me up and said, Albert, what do we do? I said, we'll give him one more crack.
Yeah.
And at his last crack, he won by 3.
Yeah, that was at Blenheim, wasn't it?
Yeah, Blenheim.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Howes is a shareholder. He had 5 each one.
He was there.
Yeah. And then he won 5 of his next 7. We took him to Sydney.
Yep. Winter Cup, started in the Winter Cup.
Yeah. And the bookie's biggest liability, if he'd won the Winter Cup.
Yeah, that's right, he was too.
Tabby wouldn't be around anymore.
Oh, he was an exciting horse.
Yeah, he was. He was. Shows you, horses.
Yeah.
Inside their mind.
But on to the current day, or the current week.
He's still about the current week.
Trials on Tuesday.
Trials on Tuesday at Waipa. 7 or 8 in, 1 late scratching, the Hustler. He just kicked a rail before he got on the float, so we decided he could have gone, but we decided not to, and there's trials next week and the week after, so he'll go there. A couple of babies, have a little hit out. Tell you what, Silver Rod ran down the track, but I reckon he's ready. I think he'll go with the Boomer first up. He looks good, and McNabb said, man, he feels good. But the highlight, the undoubted highlight, was Scarlet's Secret. She was a bit behind, she got backwards in the coat, and she just buried them.
Yeah.
Man, she won well in the fast time.
Yep.
She'll have another trial if she goes back to the races, but yeah, she could be the real deal, I think.
And the week ahead, 6 runners on Saturday.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start?
Well, where do you want to start, Dan? Yeah,
well, we're in the South Island, so let's start in the North Island. That's good logic, isn't it?
We'll start at the bottom.
Yeah.
And we'll work our way up.
So I think we'll go to Rotorua first.
Okay.
Billy Mojo.
The Mojo.
The Mojo.
Well, what do you think about the Mojo?
Oh, I think he hasn't had all favours this preparation.
Little beer, what we do.
But I think he's ready to go a cheeky race on Saturday.
Yeah, I think so too. I think, like, we thought he'd go good first up, but I just think he might have been going that well in his track work. He might have just been a little bit underdone and get a little knock after that, but he's back now. I think the Justice League's in the field, and he's obviously going to be hard to beat. And I think Untamed Diamond is also, I think she's now 1200 metre horse. I don't think she's a 1400 metre horse. I don't think she'll go much further than that, but that's her go. But I can see him running a real cheeky race. If he runs well, which we anticipate he'll run the first 3 or 4, then we'll go to the Annie Sarton after that. And then after that, he might get on the plane just like I did today and come down to the mainland for the
Guineas. Danielle on.
Yeah, and he's a talented horse.
Yeah, he is.
I think he'll run a cheeky race.
Yep. Right, we'll head down the island. We'll head to Otaki.
Otakai.
3 runners. Petite Midas, the first of them.
Petite Midas in the 3-year-old 1200. 2 trials to prepare, but I think she'll improve with this one. I actually think if it had been a 1000 metre race, might have just suited her slightly better.
Yeah, could well have done.
Awkward barrier draw of 6, of 8, which is funny because if they walk, you end up 3 wide, and it's a bit funny. But I think we'll just ride her how we find her.
Yep.
And I think she's a real good track horse. I don't think she'd like to give.
Yeah.
Maybe a dead 4, but I don't think any worse than that. And I think she's going well. She's racing out of her grade because she's a maidener, but I can see her running a real cheeky race, and I can see her running in the first 3 as well. I think she's in for a nice campaign, this horse.
Yep. And then I do, yeah. I think she's really going to. Her 2 trials have been on rain affected going or tracks that haven't really suited her, and I think she's going to love the good 3 that she's likely to get. I think that's the real key to her.
Yeah.
I mean, she ran second by nose, second start at Hawke's Bay on a track that was like the main road. It was that hard, so I think she'll love it.
And I think looking at her last trial, she went up to win and just peaked on it.
Yeah.
So I think, I think she can run a cheeky.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then in the rating 75-14, we've got 2 horses.
We have two good horses, Thorn Passes and Adavari.
Yep.
Thorn Passes drawn barrier 4. He was meant to go to Hawke's Bay on the last day, but he had a small setback. Might have been a blessing in disguise though.
I think so. Lisa's thrilled with him since he missed that race. His coach came out and he's really gone ahead. So I think it could be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. I know his form was questionable on good tracks, but I actually don't think he'll mind it. I think a dead 4, I think, is a dead 5 is his ideal go. But I think when it's just got that given it. But I don't think it'll be rock hard. I think it'll be a good 3 dead 4.
Yep.
I can see him sitting up sort of about 5th, and I can see him running a real good race. I think he's a nice chance.
Yep.
He's hardly ever out of his first 4.
That's right. He's a good horse, isn't he?
He
Tough.
is a good horse. And he's had a few things like we got him up for dead tracks and they turned heavy very quickly and, he still tries, but yeah, I think he's a good chance. I mean, he's a horse that buried Mighty Solomon as a 3-year-old.
He did too.
In a good field.
Yeah.
And that was a dead 4 track.
It was,
track.
yeah.
And Adavari, I think, has come back the best she ever has. I think
Yep.
she looks fabulous. She looks mature. Her 2 trials have been excellent. She's been held together. 3 wide last start in the trial, beaten the head and the nose, held together beautifully. Her problem on Saturday is her barrier draw, which means we're going to have to go back and she's going to have to make up a lot of ground. And being a stayer, she might just get there flat-footed before she gets home. If she'd drawn barrier 4, I think she could have run in the first 4. I think we'll see her run a very good race on Saturday, but probably over 1400 from that draw first up with a lot of improvement. Probably hard to see her putting her foot in the till, hoof in the till, sorry, until we get over a mile and further. But we'll run a nice race.
Yep. So that's it for Otaki.
Isn't it odd? On Saturday, we've got, I'm just going to say, 5 horses running in the space of about half an hour, and then nothing to the last race of the day.
That's right. It's going to be a very busy start to the day.
It is.
We'll be able to relax for a couple of hours after that, though.
Yeah, we might need a couple of these.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And down south, down to Ashburton, 2 runners kicking off with What a Star in the first race.
Yeah, wasn't she impressive?
Oh, she was super last start.
Yeah.
And she beat a good horse. She beat that Director by a nose. Director was drawn wide, but it had a good run, had every chance to beat her. They paid $200,000 for Director at the Ready to Run sales, and they've got a huge opinion of it.
Well, he got beautiful position 1 off.
Yeah.
And he had every chance to run it out.
He did.
Couldn't.
She was tough. She was tough in the straight.
She was. And I know he's running in the listed 3-year-old race, and we're not. But I like the fact that we're not. I think, if we run Super this week, there's a listed mile next week.
Exactly.
And I don't think we could run on both of them. So I think from barrier 1, I know it's really, really hard to go from maidens up to 65 grade. But she's drawn barrier 1, which is going to suit. She's only got 54 kilos with Courtney Barnes taking kilo off, takes down to 53. We know she likes to be ridden handy. Blinkers are still on. And, Director was a nose away, but the rest of the field were quite a long way behind. I think she can run a boomer. I think she can run really well. I think she's our best bet of the weekend.
Yep. Yeah.
I do. And she'll probably pay 12s.
Yeah.
Again.
And her work's been at least as good as it was leading into her Riccarton win. So she's certainly gone in the right direction since that race.
Yeah, I think she's probably our best bet of the weekend. And a weekend where probably our most favourite horse is going to be our 4th favourite.
That's right. Yeah. And then Sadler's Rock in the second race.
And I think the key to him, he's going 2100, but he's drawn barrier 1, so I think we should be able to get out and get handy. And I think a good track is a key. And I actually think getting away from Riccarton might be a key. Like, he's been at Riccarton, and while they're calling Riccarton a good track, you can see even on a good 3, there's clods of dirt coming up, and I think it's still shifty. And he's a true hard track horse, so I think Ashburton, a good track where he's raced well before, I think we will see a significant improvement from him in his next start.
And we've really got to take a line through David Walsh sticking with him.
Yeah, well, he was actually really happy with it.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he just said the tempo didn't suit him.
Yeah, and he wanted to stick with him and has.
Yeah.
So no, that's good.
And he's ridden the odd winner.
Yeah. Well, David.
Yeah. I had a look yesterday. I think he's 2,200 and something,
Most
and still climbing.
most winningest jockey in New Zealand of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not a bad man to have on.
No, he's not. No.
Yeah.
He can ride the man trainer.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
What about the big race?
The Caulfield Cup.
Caulfield Cup.
Yep.
You got any thoughts?
Well, I just really like the way Mongolian Khan's progressed this time in. I think last start, he was third start up, and he won a good race. He was probably a bit unlucky. You know, I know some people are questioning the ride by Opie, but I thought it was a super run. He was hitting the line, and I think he's absolutely primed for Saturday. I think he's a massive chance.
Yeah, I think so too. I think his sectionals last run were good. The way he's finding the line, nothing's gone wrong in the prep. Like they've run in every race they've wanted to run it.
Yep.
Leading into this, so he's going and peaking for this run. I think it's an excellent chance. I think the horses to worry about are the Japanese.
Yes.
They're just such good
Yep.
stayers.
Yeah, they are.
And every year they come out and they win. Every
Yep.
year, and every year you sort of go, what will they be like? And every year they win. Fame Game and the Hoko Brave.
Yep.
Got to have them in.
Yep.
What do you think about Volkstock and Barrel?
Well, to me, it's just been a wee bit disappointing this time in. You know, I just think it'll go a nice race, but I just think Mongolian Khan for me is the best New Zealand chance.
Yeah. I think Volkstock and Barrel, you know, he's been a little bit unlucky, but the thing is, if you're unlucky once in a prep, you can understand it. But if you're unlucky 3 times, if you're going good, you find good luck.
Yes, exactly.
You know, if you're going good, you find good luck.
Yep.
You might find bad luck in one race, but you find good luck in the next ones.
Yeah.
He's a good horse. He's a good horse, but I just don't think he's going well enough.
And it'd be great for New Zealand to win it. You know, Murray Baker, he knows how to prime a horse for a big race, and I'd just really love to see Opie win the race.
I would too.
Yeah. He's taken a bit of a bagging in the last week for his ride last weekend, but that'll be quickly forgotten if he can get the horse up this weekend.
And look, last week, you know, if he'd taken off early and been run down, they would have said, well, it wasn't a good Caulfield Cup trial.
Yeah.
But this way, he's hitting the line. The horse is flying the line. The horse is happy.
Exactly.
He's wanting to do it. I think he did the right thing.
Super chance.
Couple other Kiwis, quickly mentioned. Lucia Valentina.
Yes.
Who, of course, Stephen trained as an outstanding mare, but I just don't think she's going as well as last time.
No, she's not. Horror draw too, hasn't she?
Yeah, horror draw. She has. One horse I think is a good chance, is Rising Romance.
Yes.
I know she failed last start, but her previous ones were excellent, and she ran second in this last year and looked the winner.
She did too at the 100. She looked all over the winner.
All over the winner and just got nailed. And if you take out her last run, and we talked about having one unlucky run, her form is superb coming through this year. And I think she's a chance too.
Great.
There you go, there's my trifecta.
Beauty.
Everyone can lose money on that.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, mate. Great to do Tube Talk down in the South Island.
Fantastic. So, and next week we'll be back with a whole bunch of runners, but in the meantime, I think we should go eat some Japanese.
Okay, sounds good to me.
All right, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
Beauty.